All right. Next up, we also have a veteran of the New York Music Tech Meetup and scene in general. He wears a few different hats, and we're stoked to have him back again. It's Jason Garskowitz.
Cool, thank you. OfficialFM, which is the other music tech product that I like to spend my time on. So OfficialFM is really, the company's been around about a year and a half. We recently relaunched the platform about maybe a month ago. And really the goal was to create the simplest, easiest, smartest way for an artist or label to promote, upload, host, and promote their music. So there's obviously no shortage of companies and platforms that enable you to do that. We think there were a couple things that were left kind of untapped, as it were, in the space. And kind of the primary ones were the ability for an artist to be managed by multiple people in terms of their promotions. So you're not sharing passwords across multiple users. So think of it as in terms of a project management perspective, multiple users with the ability to administer a single artist promotions. And then secondly, the ability to manage multiple artists from a single account. So this really speaks to the level of artist that has a team or is getting to the point where they need a team to help support them. DIY is a bit of a misnomer. It really does take a village to do this. And so what you'll see is kind of how we've been focused on that, is try to make people's lives simpler. So real quick, a couple things. And I'll show you. Basically upload once, push to multiple platforms, so you can drag and drop your tracks to OfficialFM, and we will also push them to your SoundCloud and YouTube accounts if you want. The collaboration, as I spoke to, it's really super simple customization. And then the things that you would kind of come to expect out of any kind of music promotion platform, the ability to share to multiple music networks, social networks, and some statistics to help get you smarter about who and where your fans are. So let me just show you what's going on. So this is your dashboard, and you'll see down the left-hand side that basically we took the approach of Google Docs meets iTunes, right? And so you've got, down the left-hand side, you've got your artists. So I've got two artists here. One is a band called Biohio, and the second artist, a little known but supremely untalented artist by the name of Jared. And so you've got your artists here. You can see right here on my artist level, I've got my collaborators. I can add, again, multiple collaborators. They'll get an invite saying, say Herskowitz wants you to collaborate on this project, just as you would expect. When I want to upload a track, let me do this real quick. You can't really see it up there, but it's just drag and drop, right? So, drag and drop, that's uploaded. So now I've got this track. I can come, just as you would in the desktop app, I can select one or multiple or, control, command, shift, just to select the ones you want. I just want to edit this one track. So you've got some privacy settings. Public and private would be as you expect. Private is basically only other people that are collaborators in the project can actually see and manage this. So prior to promotion, the ability to come in and get everything set up before you go live. Restricted is basically the equivalent of a YouTube unlisted link. If you know the link, you can see it. If you don't, you won't. And I'll show you what that public view is here in a second. Track downloads, if you want to enable the track to be downloadable or not. If you want to require an email address for that or not. You go ahead and set those. A little bit of metadata. Track title, country, label, ISRCs if you use ISRCs, rights. You can come and then set whatever links you want to be presented in the player and on this promo page that I'm going to show you. So basically it's drive traffic and commerce to whatever provider that you as an artist or a label really want them to go to. So you can go ahead and set all that. Here's what I was talking about. I can connect to my SoundCloud and YouTube accounts and choose to have that upload to those as well. And that will return that link once it's done, basically. So if you already have communities as an artist that follow you on YouTube or follow you on SoundCloud, awesome. Continue to push that here. Our goal is to really help you do less work. So then, let's say you do all that. Let me cancel this real quick. If I wanted to create a release /playlist, super easy, right? So I got a Let me get rid of all this stuff real quick. I'm just doing a new one. So, new album. Alright, so I can grab whatever tracks I want here, drag them into this new album. So now I've got this, I can reorder them however I want. Alright, and then I'm going to go. So once I've done this, I can go and check out what my public page looks like. So this is your standard, super simple public page. You've got your information, which you've managed basically in the dashboard. You've got comments, so users can come and comment using whatever social network or identity that they want. But more importantly, before you probably share that, is you want to set this up to look like you want it to look. So a couple things actually we just added today or yesterday was you can set the default panel if you really want to drive people to see the comments, or versus the default information panel, or you want the panel to be closed. You can do all that from here. These are all responsive design, meaning that if you load this on your iPhone and your Android app, it will all resize and just work. Leverages HTML5 and standards, so it will play. If you drive people to this on their phone, it will do everything you want it to do. So, like I said, a couple of clicks. So let me just actually upload a background image. So that's going to go, right? I can apply this to all my pages or just this one page. I can set this background as a default, so every new page that I make, that will be the default. I actually just want this to be this one page. It's super dark right there, but, and now, a couple other things you can do, right, whatever. Make it as ugly as you possibly can. So, cool, done, save that. So now you've got this promotional page that you can drive traffic to if you want it. If you wanted to basically do a redirect from your own artist domain and have this look like it's living off your own page, awesome. It's really not about OfficialFM. Consumers don't need to know who we are. This is really about being and empowering artists and labels to kind of do their work for them. So once you drive people here, you can see users can come in. They can obviously listen to this. They can download it. I think I required an email address, right? So if I'm going to download, actually, let me just show you this first. I don't. So if I share, so hold on, I made it so you can't even read it. So you can share to Facebook. It will be playable directly in your Facebook timeline. Doesn't require going to another tab. Obviously, post to Twitter. If they want to grab the embed, really the goal is for anybody that's going to post this to make it, enable them to make it look like whatever their site is. So particularly for bloggers and people that are going to write reviews, when they come to embed, they can decide, okay, great, I want a player that looks like this, or I want a tiny player, or I want an artwork player, and I want it to be, this wide, and I want to show the track information or not. I want it to be on the left. And I want to set the colors, right? And then they can just grab this and boom, embed it, right? So the value so now once that's embedded and starts hopefully being people talking about it across the web, you can come back and see at both the playlist level and the track level. Let me see. You can start getting some stats, right? So I can see the stats of basically where territorially this has been played, down to the city. I can see the domains and the plays per, or downloads per domain. So if you see a great Pitchfork embedded in it, I'm getting a ton of plays from Pitchfork, but I'm not getting that many from Stereogum, whatever. All your email addresses that you collect are also available from here, and you can view those stats on multiple timeline horizons. I think that is pretty much it. Yeah, actually, I'll just show you this real quick, sorry. As I was talking about, if this was, so we don't have an app, but if you did view this on your iPhone, it would look like that. So you can still come on here while you're mobile and check your stats and see what's going on. So that's it. That's OfficialFM. It's actually free. Forgot to mention that. Free hosting, free streaming, free promotion. Our goal really is to and we're not talking about it here yet, but we've got some other products in the pipeline that we're going to help generate new revenue streams for artists and labels, but we wanted to align our incentives with the people using the platform, and the goal is not to take money from you when you're trying to promote to generate new revenue streams. So it's free for life, whether your life or our life, and then we'll be introducing some new stuff in the future. So. So, any questions? Yeah?
Is your mobile app a web app or a native app?
Yeah, so that's actually wasn't an app, that was just pure HTML5 responsive design, so it just formats itself to whatever the form factor is. Cool.
I use your stuff. It works very good.
Right.
It was called something else when it started though, right?
It was, yeah. Early on, there was a company called Fertilizer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fertilizer, that was a few years ago, and then the company actually, there's some restructuring in the company, relaunched as OfficialFM, which was a slightly different platform than what this is. And then this platform we just relaunched, like about a month ago.
Now, is it just a single song? Because I was trying to upload my album and I had to do like 16, or am I just doing it wrong?
No, you can drag and drop, 10 tracks, 12 tracks, 20 tracks. Yeah, just go ahead and drop them in that box, and it'll upload them, and then you can multi-select all of them at once. So it's, especially when you want to go and add like album art or album title or some common field, select them all at once, just like Control Shift or boom, edit, and then you can edit all those common fields at once.
Now, does it show up on the older phones too, or is it just smartphones?
Just smartphone. I mean, just HTML5 capable browser phones. So, yeah. But I mean, the streams to mobile are pure MP3 via HTML5. If you guys cover that, so follow that. So they just play to the web. The high bitrate streams are actually encrypted, RTMPE. So it makes it much harder for anybody who uses like a Flash downloader, kind of YouTube downloader type tool to be able to grab those. So the goal is to kind of help make that as things under your terms as much as possible.
I'm confused for a second. So if I'm an artist and I'm using this and I have a website and I have something that then links to your landing page, which is an extension brand-wise of my website, but it's actually on your domain, right? And the music that plays from that you're posting and streaming and all the stuff that happens there is on your
You could do it that way. You could certainly, if you wanted to use those promo pages that I showed, super easy, like anyone can create one. You could do it that way. More often than not, what you'll see is somebody come and upload their content, create a player or multiple players, and embed it on their existing site, and then use us basically as the CMS. So if you created a playlist player essentially and embedded it on your site, and you wanted to say, I'm going to add a track a week for whatever promotion, you could go ahead and do that, embed the player once, come back to us, and just every week drag another track into that playlist.
So
And then just updates.
your customer is the artist webmaster, if they have one, but they're probably more likely to be able to know how to use it than the artist directly, most likely, maybe not.
Right. I mean, the people that we deal with are labels, kind of small, mid-sized labels, distributors. We work with folks like Red, and we always talk to our friends over at the Orchard about what we can do together. And so we do a lot of work with those types of people. Really, once you get to the point where you've got a team, and even if you're an individual artist and you're doing it all yourself, when you have a publicist or you have a manager or you have something else, what we heard over and over again was people saying, particularly anybody that works with multiple artists, I spend all day logging in and out of accounts, right? I spend all day sharing passwords across, whomever. And so it was just a huge waste of time. So our goal was, hey, if we can save even an intern 1 hour a week, and this was before when we were talking, before we made it free, we're like, it pays for itself, right? At this point, the goal is just to try to make people's lives easier and generate new opportunities for them in the future. Cool. Well, thank you.
Okay.